One, two, one, two, one, two. Testing one, two, one, two. Central Methodist and Truman State on this Sunday, September the 4th, 2022, from Fayette, Missouri, and Davis Field. It's a Great Lakes Valley Conference, Heart of America Athletic Conference clash between two teams that are separated locally by about 100, 120-ish miles. Central Methodist representing the NAI and Truman State representing the NCAA and the GLVC. So we'll have lineups, the anthem, and kickoff for you at 6 p.m. We're glad you're with us. Pull up a chair and get ready for 90 minutes of what looks to be a pretty decent battle between two local foes. All right, this is Phil Fortaleza. We'll check out for now, and we'll see you back at kickoff. Central Methodist University would like to recognize the following corporate partners and sponsors and thank you for your continued support of CMU Athletics, including MFA Oil, Braun Home, Community Auto Sales and Service, Commercial Trust, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Airlink, and Steve Miller, Max Boone Realty. Thank you for your continued support of Central Methodist University Athletics. Go Eagles!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Davis Field for tonight's match featuring from the GLVC, Truman State University, and from the Heart of America Athletic Conference, NAI's third-ranked men's soccer team, your Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAI Champions of Character Values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now this time, if you are able, please rise and remove your hats for an opening prayer, followed by the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Let us pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we thank you today for bringing us all together for this matchup between two spectacular groups of student athletes. You have created us to strive for our best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes. Protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you tonight in all we do on and off the pitch, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And those will be the starters for tonight's contest. First for the visiting Truman State Bulldogs. In goal, number 0, Justin Olig. Number 3, Jack Knust. Number 5, George Francis V. Number 9, Luke Payne. Number 11, Mac Knudsen. Number 12, Holton Potter. Number 13, Thomas Weber. Number 15, Will Clayton. Number 16, Sam Newton. Number 19, Aiden Morgan. And number 20, Don De Prospero. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Duke Cochran. And now, your Central Methodist Eagles. Introducing first, in goal, freshman from Amstelveen, Netherlands, number 1, Peer de Vos. At defender, graduate from Groningen, Netherlands, number 3, Jesse Punk. Defender, sophomore from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, number 4, Victor Antel. Defender, junior from Stuttgart, Germany, number 5, Tom Hidian. At midfielder, senior from Székesfehérvár, Hungary, number 8, Mark Chongradi. At forward, senior from Malinas, Brazil, number 9, Guilherme Canada. At forward, senior from Santiago, Chile, number 14, Sebastian Bucas. Defender, freshman from Kenner, Louisiana, number 21, Kevin Rivera. At forward, freshman from Bedford, England, number 26, Keegan Open. At defender, sophomore from Utica, Switzerland, number 6, Pascal Herne. And at striker, senior from Belgrano, Italy, number 11, Alessandro Sabadego. The Eagles' head coach is Alex Nichols, assisted by Eli Sherman, Jack Rose, Jasper Krasinski, and Ricardo Sanduli. Your Central Methodist Eagles.
On a beautiful low 80s temperature day here in Fayette, Missouri, we've got a D2 and NAI clash for you tonight from Fayette, Missouri, as the Central Methodist Eagles will welcome the Truman State Bulldogs to Davis Field. Two teams that played to a 3-1 result in favor of Central Methodist last year. And Truman State coming to Fayette, looking to return the favor in this one. And welcome to the broadcast booth. My name is Phil Fortaleza. I'll be taking you through CMU men's soccer tonight here on the Hart Conference Network, CMUEagles.com. And from wherever you're watching, we welcome you. We thank you for your support. And enjoy the next 90 minutes of men's soccer. We get starters shortly to you out after kickoff. CMU in the home whites, second year of these kits. Green stripe down the shorts with green numerals. And Truman State in the all-purple with checkered sleeves. And down the side. Truman State set to kick off in this one, going right to left. CMU vice versa. Counting down from the 45-minute clock, just waiting for the first whistle. It sounds, and we're underway here from Fayette, Missouri. Glad you're with us. So the starters for Central Methodist begins and ends with the man in the middle forward at number 11, the junior from Belluno, Italy, Alessandro Salvadego. 2021 NAI First Team All-American, 29 goals scored last year. And there he goes again. He'll take one himself, and way too much mustard on that one. Goes well wide and well over the crossbar. Salvadego, Hart MVP last year, Offensive Player of the Year. If there was an award available to him, anything except for NAI National Player of the Year, Salvadego won it. As we look between the pipes, totally new goalkeeper room with the departure of Stefano Camerlengo to UMKC, or the Kansas City Roos. I beg your pardon. We have a freshman between the pipes wearing number 1 from Amstelveen, Netherlands, Beer de Vos. He's been the main starter for Alex Nichols' squad this season to begin. The other two keepers in reserve, in Yannick Shoney and Morris Van Tunen. As we look towards that back line, we'll begin with the graduate, the defender from Groningen, Netherlands, 2021 Hart First Team selection, as Salvadego has one. He'll cross, but goes relatively unthreatening for Justin Olwig. Yesabank, a 2021 Hart First Team selection. He'll be manning the far side of the center back position tonight. His counterpart is number 5, Tom Idion, the junior out of Stuttgart, Germany. Was a 2020 NAI First Team All-American selection, but last year, I wasn't sure if it was due to an injury or to maybe perhaps to put it bluntly, falling out of favor. His time was pretty sparse in the starting 11 last season. But Tom Idion, the author of the goal that sent the CMU Eagles to the final sight of the NAI National Tournament, he scored in the final 5 minutes on the roundhouse against Rio Grande over in Columbia, Missouri. So Idion gets a start tonight and is looking to make more headway and perhaps for himself reclaim his title at the top as the top honor as a defender in the NAIA. Basilerne, an NAI All-American selection last season, also Hart First Team selection. The sophomore out of Utica-on-Amsey, Switzerland. Where's number 6? It's a start tonight in midfield. Does we have a free kick near midfield for Central. Erne gets it away. Finds his fellow fullback counterpart in Vitor Antelo, the sophomore out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Due to an injury, didn't really see much time midway through the season, but was able to find him, was able to be in the lineup regularly towards the end, and a lot of kicking and shoving towards midfield, and that'll actually draw a free kick in favor of Truman State. Mark Chongurari gets a start, the senior of Czechoslovakia, Hungary. Where's number 8? Chongurari last year Chongurari in 2021. "14 games played, 1 assist to his credit." He gets to start tonight. One of the newcomers for Central in Sebastian Bocaz, senior out of Santiago, Chile. Bocaz this season, no stats recorded. Second start of the year, 4th appearance overall, no offensive stats recorded. As of now, as Bonk headed out, Truman State threatening just outside the 18. And we'll clear it out for Aiden Morgan. Kevin Rivera gets a start tonight, one of the newcomers, and a lot of high hopes for Alex Nichols as they're looking for someone to replace the production of multiple-time All-American Marcos Herman. I asked Coach Nichols before the match today, he's like, when you're trying to find someone who's got a pedigree as Marcos Herman does, and he was so good at setting his teammates up, set piece master. You look to his reply was, much like Marcos Herman, he started out as a freshman, and then he ultimately held that position for 4 years. So he's looking for someone to fill that role. So we have a free kick here for Truman State just outside the 18. So early returns look promising for the Bulldogs. Sam Newton gets it. He fakes. Now gets it away, left footer, right into the wall. So Kevin Rivera is looking to be one of those players that'll look to be one of those next men up for head coach Alex Nichols. Alongside number 26, Kian Halpin, the freshman out of Bedford, England. Expectations the same for there. Very, very dangerous spot for Truman State, and that one's shot wide, shot far side. So Truman State getting a lot of pressure early. In a very, very precarious position for Beer DeVos, but Central Methodist able to weather the storm. And also one of the other forwards in the lineup tonight is number 9, Guilherme Pereira, the senior out of Valinhos, Brazil. Pereira, a transfer from Coffeyville Community College. He gets a start for Central tonight. Did catch him a little bit during his summer ball over at Caw Valley FC as part of USL 2 play. And he was looking to play as part of the 9 in that spot, as Erne will kick that one out. And Truman State dialing up the pressure early. If you're Duke Cochran, you got to like what you see against this highly nationally ranked Central Methodist University squad that's pinned their preseason schedule. It was an absolute bear as they have a corner kick once again. This time Sam Newton from the near side. Newton goes low. Not touched too well by Jack Knust. A shot and way off, way over the crossbar, and actually hits the scoreboard. Gets a thud, getting a little bit of a chuckle from the crowd there, but Truman State dialing up the pressure. A little bit of a flip of the script for what Central's used to doing themselves. So we go to starters for Truman State. Justin Olig between the pipes, along with number 3, Jack Canoose, George Francis the fifth, Luke Payne, Matt Knudsen, Holden Potter, Thomas Weber, Will Clayton, Sam Newton, Aiden Morgan, and Dom DeProspero. Rounding out the starting 11 for Duke Cochran's squad, who is in his 18th season at the helm for the Bulldogs. They're 1-0-1 overall. But last year of this Truman State Bulldogs squad, very, very difficult season would be an understatement. Only 1 win recorded, 14 losses, and 1 tie overall. So definitely looking to improve upon that mark. And Newton. So the junior Sam Newton, the local kid from St. Charles, Missouri, wears number 16, gets his free kick away. And Pereira possibly looking to counter on this one. Salvadego to his right hip and towards the middle. Full burst of speed goes Pereira. Pereira cross in. He finds Bocaz. Bocaz, not a good touch on that. And a clock stoppage in this one. And Bocaz will draw a yellow right away in minute 10. Yellow card assessed to number 14, Sebastian Bocaz. Time of the card, 10th minute. So that card recorded actually at the 12th minute. 34:49 to go, first half. So you remember in NCAA and NAI soccer, they count down instead of up, so a little bit of mental math required. Azerne gets a good outlet for Pereira, who has some space, so he elects to go far side. Bocaz once again. Bocaz, one defender on him. Bocaz, able to shake him briefly. And it will result in a goal kick for the Bulldogs. So leading goal three players on Truman State with 1 goal apiece, and Sam Newton, Matt Knudsen, and Luke Payne. And Oleg has been the main starter between the pipes, logging every second so far in 2022. So Truman State out of the GLVC, as Keen Halpin looks to maneuver. So he'll win a throw-in for Vitor Ternes. Headed for Bocaz, and that one gets away. Bonk in pursuit, but he'll elect to dial it back and prepare for the throw-in for Truman State. Throwing away, far side. Back towards the middle, finds the foot of Vitor Ternes. Bocaz down the far side, and an excellent slide tackle to depossess Bocaz by Will Clayton. This is Rivera. Depossessed in his own right. And ball returning to Truman State. The Bulldogs out of the GLVC, the Great Lakes Valley Conference, that is an NCAA Division II conference, which includes the likes of William Jewell College in Liberty, locally. Also UMSL, University of Missouri St. Louis, the Tritons. Vitor Ternes near side. It looks like a head out. It's a head out by Holden Potter. Wins a throw-in for Ternes. So now that we're on the subject of the GLVC, I actually wanted to make note of a former Central Methodist Eagle who was an NAI All-American selection last year, first team All-Heart selection in 2021, and Billy Zojibwami, who was a member of playing out his fifth-year graduate year over at Illinois Springfield for the Prairie Stars. So shout out Billy Zojibwami, now a member of NCAA Division II Illinois Springfield. Free kick away for Justin Olwig, a sophomore out of St. Charles, Missouri. It's kind of a back and forth battle between right now. It's like Truman State able to apply some pressure to CMU. Ball past midfield for Knutson. Knutson finds Luke Payne. Gideon on him. Back to Knutson. And just outside the 18, a shot by Knust. Looked like it was ticketed for that near side part of the net. But batted out. By DeVos. But does win a corner for Sam Newton. Near side, 30-17 to go. Another chance for Truman State. All in. Salvadego in pursuit. And they'll say caught a piece of his left arm, so they'll rule that a handball. Free kick back into the offensive third for Truman State. Maybe a very possible missed opportunity there for the Eagles. Salvadego had a full head of steam in the other direction. Salvadego, what a year for him last year in 2021. As we mentioned, pretty much won every possible award that was available to him except for the NAI National Player of the Year. He's got 2 tallies already in the match against Bethel University of Indiana. Provided the spark for the Eagles and the win in that one this past Thursday. All into the box. Trying to get square was Thomas Weber, but he'll kick it out of the back for. Actually draws into the corner kick. This is corner kick number 4 for Truman State already. So pressure-wise, Truman State kind of look like they're doing what they want to do at the moment. Newton gets it away, far side, towards the middle. And that one goes past the end line, and we'll do it once again, this time from the far side. That's Salvadego in 2021. I said 29. It's actually 23. 23 goals. 54 points total. Did 8 assists. So what a year for the now junior from Belluno, Italy. Towards the middle. Punched out. Don't know if it was headed out over the crossbar or punched out by DeVos. We'll do it once again. You can get a little bit of a conditioning workout going from near to far and now near on these corner kicks. All the pressure belonging to Truman State at the moment. And a good touch for Yes Bunk, but possession does find him, and he'll win a throw-in. For Central Methodist, as far as their 2022 outlook goes, you don't really see any preseason predictions, but you have to figure as the number 3 team in the nation, going for a 5th Heart Conference title in a row, and their 3rd NAI national title in 5 years. You got to think that Central Methodist, obviously the preemptive favorite in the heart once again this season. Although they'll have a dandy of an opener on September the 14th when the Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers come to Fayette, and boy, that is going to be a fun one. As of now, as we take a look, MNU is currently ranked, it was either 8 or 9. And a big win yesterday in Olathe over Mid-America Christian with a goal in the final minute, securing a victory for the Pioneers at home. But a lot of hard feelings from MNU on their end, as Terness will get it back to Idian. Idian near to far finds Rivera. Rivera, the young pup in this CMU back line. As we mentioned before, looking for, actually, that is Kevin Rivera. Looking to fill that, looking to replace that production provided so skillfully by Marcos Sarman over the years. But CMU still returning multiple All-Americans in their own right. Deep ball finds Halpin in, and saved at the last second past the keeper. It was Holden Potter standing right in front of the net. And a massively high IQ play keeps our score level. Oleg handling outside the box. And a great heads-up play by Holden Potter to provide that insurance. So we're still level here in Fayette. So it's MNU ranked at number 8. Eagles threatening again. Salvadego. Near side. He was trying to shoot one for Kean Halpin. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. CMU wins a corner. First one of the match for Central. We'll have our first sub early. In the form of Kuhn Schimmel. Substitution for Central. Checking in number 12, Kuhn Schimmel. So Schimmel will see his first action of the night tonight. The freshman out of SOS, Netherlands. And will replace Sebastian Bocas. Corner kick away. Yes, a bonk all the way on the far side. And a header by Irian goes over the crossbar. Goal kick for Truman State. So it's kind of the beauty of these first few matches in preseason and non-conference, and Central Methodist just scheduling themselves an absolute bear of a schedule to begin the year, including matches against Memphis, the NCAA Division I Memphis, the 7th, I believe the 11th ranked at the time, the University of Tulsa, to where the Eagles played to a 0-0 draw in that one. But considering the circumstances, I think you got to chalk that up as a victory in itself, all things considered. And then last week, Central victorious 1-0 in, this time going to Western Illinois, so pitting them with 2 losses 2 years in a row. Goes Central on a late goal by Jeremiah Johnson to seal the deal for Central. So against D1 competition, 1-1-1 is Central Methodist. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication. Erne was looking to get one towards the net, but none of the Eagles able to break towards the net. So another goal kick for Justin Oleg. One really good chance by Central early in the form of that last second kick out by Holden Potter. So ball towards midfield. Halpin challenging. And keeping the ball for a throw in at midfield was Truman State. This is Aiden Morgan to throw in. Morgan gets it away. Moving forward. And Yusabonk will clear. In pursuit. Attempted clear by Truman State goes out of bounds. We'll have another sub coming in this time. The hero against Western Illinois in the form of Jeremiah Johnson. Central substitution checking in, number 19, Jeremiah Johnson. So Johnson in, as we mentioned, the game-winning goal against Western Illinois. In 2021, 19 appearances, 4 starts, and 1 assist to his credit. Johnson, a very versatile player for Alex Nichols. He could play defender and forward. Just more or less of what the situation calls for. Headed out by Truman State and Holden Potter. Wins a throw-in. Seymour likes to go quickly. Here's Schimmel. Schimmel and wins a corner for Central. Second of the match. So looks like it's Basil Erne to kick it. 19:40 to go, first half. Truman State applying pressure in the first 15. Central looking to return the favor. Erne, left footer away, long, looking for Yusabonk. Looks for Saladego. Back to return to sender, and Erne, and he's able to win another one. Russell Erne gets it away. Oh, attempted header by Yusabonk, but just a little bit too tall for him. Might have been some. He was going completely forward and completely committed to going forward, but it's like Erne overshoots him just by about, say, a foot or two. So a couple good tries for Central Methodist. They do like to use Yusabonk at that center back position, and also a very popular choice amongst header options. Standing 6'9". Looks like we'll have our first sub of the evening for Truman State at the next dead ball. But first, a free kick for Central. So right around midfield. DeVoe, Antello, or Turnes. Far side, looking for Jeremiah Johnson. Attempted clear. Sliding in was Jeremiah Johnson. We'll see what the ruling is. I think we've already had I think he may have already pulled already presented Jeremiah Johnson a free kick, or with a yellow card. We'll wait for live stats to record that. But I do believe that there was a very quick yellow card the moment it happened. So no room for the keeper to land as he was looking to cover up on that one. No harm, no foul score-wise, but really lifting up by Salvadego to the counterpart keeper, Justin Olwig, a sophomore out of St. Charles, Missouri. So Oleg last year for Truman State, 13 starts, 1.56 goals against average, 45 saves. No clean sheets. Like I said, very difficult season last year for the Bulldogs. So one sub for each team coming in at the next dead ball. So in the form of Liam Arthur. The freshman from South Shields, England, Liam Arthur, standing very imposing presence. Maybe looking to provide some depth for what Salvadego provides at that striker position. Our dead ball out, and our subs coming in. Checking in for Truman State, number 2, Andy Brennan. And for the Eagles, checking in, number 18, Liam Arthur. So Arthur in, and Salvadego still in as well. So a pair of forwards that can both play the 9 in the lineup right now for Alex Nichols. So Central and Alex Nichols really looking to tune up the firepower on this one. Really get on the board first. Give themselves a little bit of breathing room. Forward goes and caught by Olwig before he has a chance to do any more damage. I believe Vitor Ternes was in the vicinity as well. So look at the live stats. Yes, that was a confirmed yellow card on Jeremiah Johnson, and for good reason. Schimmel. A whistle ruled against Central Methodist. A foul on Salvadego. Free kick situation for Truman State. 15:50 to go, first half. And into the offensive third goes Truman State. And good touch off for good touch and defensive shift by Bunk, deflecting and winning a goal kick for Central. Bear DeVos to get it away. Good Ian. Long ball, far near side. Finds the header of Dom de Prospero. Antello slide tackle. No call on that one, and a lot of contact on that one on the part, and clock stopped right away on the part of George Francis V. Pulls out the yellow. And he draws it. I'm losing live stats right now, but I do believe the yellow card was on George Francis V. So Salvadego will check out, and Jayton Johnson will check in. Checking in for Central, number 17, Jayton Johnson. So Salvadego out, and looking at his face, it looked like there may have been some blood involved. So we hope he's all right. He's getting checked at. Last touched by Truman State. Another corner for Central. On the far side, this time it'll be Guilherme Pereira to take it. The senior out of Valinhos, Brazil. Going to get on the board first. Eagles rotating. Going to create some confusion on the defense. Goes far. Header for Bunk. Multiple 50-50 headers. And CMU will reassess. Back to the far side goes Peretta. Morgan challenging. Peretta. Morgan. And able to draw a foul is Morgan on Peretta. Free kick for Truman State. Clock stoppage. 13:50 remaining, and Peretta is laying supine right now. He just had a back issue that did bother him during the summer. He did tell me today that he's 100%, so he's under his own power. Under his own power once again. He's looking to get back on defense for Central. So a free kick for Justin Olwig. .50 headers. One player looking to take possession. That's Francis V this time. Turnus gets turned around a little bit. Possession remaining with Truman State. This is Weber. Weber for Knutson. Going far side. Towards the middle. Nothing but Eagles there. And maybe a possibility for a counter here for Central. In pursuit is Brennan. Harassing Kuhn Schimmel. Finds Victor Ternes. Teneris. Near to far. Rivera. Liam Arthur. Looks like whistle blows, but it's a foul. A foul right before the break. A foul before the break on Truman State, and Central will have a free kick on the far side, almost right at midfield. Robasolerne. Olwig staying next to him, giving him the what's what. One sub getting set to come in for Central Methodist in the form of number 20, Philip Meng Thang. Another true freshman, this time out of Frolund, Norway. Towards the middle goes Central. Creating 50-50 is Bonk. And safely into the arms of Olwig. So I got to mention, apologies, Jayden Johnson in. The senior out of Columbia, Missouri. Another foul called for Central Methodist results in a free kick at almost in the exact same spot as the last far side near free kick, this time in favor of Truman State. Jayden Johnson a year ago. 2 goals, 6 assists in 21 games of action. So one of the CMU mainstays here, playing in his final season as an Eagle. If you're new to CMU Eagle soccer, if we get a chance past any touchline, we'll get a lot of throw-ins and a big collision by Rivera and Francis V. Free kick elected to take quickly by Truman State. Truman State had the early pressure. Central kind of controlling in their own offensive third for the last 12 minutes, and now we're looking for a repeat of the first 15. Ball on the far side as we close in on 10 minutes remaining. Throwing away. Another throw in. Relatively same position. Maybe look to build from the back. Lofted in by Potter. Headed out by Idion. Headed for Johnson. But his friend's going the opposite direction. And ball goes out on the far side touchline. Throw in for Truman State once again. Morgan off of Liam Arthur. Actually, correction. We'll actually head towards Central. Next dead ball, another sub for CMU. Substitution for CMU, checking in number 20, Philip Meng Thang. So Meng Thang in, another true freshman in the lineup for CMU. Meng Thang from Froland, Norway. And Podetta will take a seat for now. Throw in Truman State, headed out Bunk in their forward direction. Good touch by Liam Arthur. Looking for a pursuit in Kuhn Schimmel. And back to the middle we go. Johnson. A good touch by Francis. Finds the foot of Philip Meng Thang. Rivera shakes his defender. Erne for Meng Thang, far side. Knust on him. Depossessed. And here comes Truman State once again. Knudsen. Knudsen to the near side, trying to give and go with Brennan, but deflected by Victor Terness. And back come the Eagles. Going near side. Into the corner goes Victor Terness. Terness towards the middle. Headed out. And a throw in for Jayton Johnson. So the two center backs, Idion and Bunk, in the penalty zone. Eagles just outside the 18, headed out. Maybe a counter for Truman State, but Eagles may have something to say about that. Shongorati on it. Here comes Jessa Bunk. And cleared for Beer DeVos. 6:50 to go first half. In a game that's kind of been more of a teeter-totter as far as who's been applying the pressure. It's kind of been set equally, and a lot of contact on the near side. No whistle given. Jayton Johnson not too happy about that, and probably for good reason. You'd think there would probably be a free kick at some point, but nothing given. And Johnson to throw in. Johnson, signature, flip, and a throw. As high as possible, maybe looking for Jessa Bunk on the far side. This will result in another throw in for Central. This time on the far side. So Johnson, 6 minutes remaining as we have a down Truman State Bulldog. Maybe a little bit worse for wear. It was Aiden Morgan. He gets up under his own power. Looks like he's all right. It's good to see. Johnson, no flip this time. He'll just get it to Basil Erne. Erne will do it himself. Free kick. Attempted header by Terness goes the opposite direction of what he wanted to do. Momentum carrying him that way. Terness will get it back, and they'll find Mark Chongrati. Chongrati near to far. He's looking for Tom Idion. And winning a corner is Central. So like I said, a little bit of seesaw action pressure-wise between both squads. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to crack the wall and break through first. Central pressuring once again. Corner kick for Schimmel. Schimmel gets it away. Headed out by Will Clayton. Forcing a throw-in for Central. On the near side. And Jayden Johnson will give another go. Johnson tumbles forward. Gets it away. Header! Scores! And it is Victor Ternes puts the Eagles on the board with the header. 1-0 Central. Central Methodist goal scored by number 4, Victor Ternes. Assisted by number 17, Jayden Johnson. So Ternes on the board with the assist from Jayden Johnson. Breaks our level score, and Truman State looking to answer quickly, but cleared out. Liam Arthur, far side. Shakes his defender. Looking to beat him with speed with another, but puts on the brakes. Central in their offensive third once again, this time in the corner. Arthur maybe looking to try win a corner for Central once again, but nothing doing. Possession back to Basil Erne. Arthur once again, just outside the 18, give and go with Basil Erne. Aiden Morgan clearing towards the middle. And does find an eagle in Kuhn Schimmel. Ternes. Header for Liam Arthur. Scores! 2-0 Central. Assisting this time is Antello. And finishing is Liam Arthur. 2 quick goals. Central up 2-0. Central Methodist goal scored by number 18, Liam Arthur. Assisted by number 4, Victor Ternes. So Ternes, what a magnificent stretch of 3 minutes, scoring a goal on a header, and now this time providing the assist on an excellent cross, finding the head of Liam Arthur. And Central up comfortably 2-0 as we head towards the final 3 minutes of the first half. Idion. Metello tripped up is Idion. The warning given to Matt Knudsen. Oh. Far side, yes, a bunk. Kuhn Schimmel. Ternes in pursuit, and we'll just back off and let Max Sengel provide a throw in for Jayton Johnson. Johnson gets it away. Header once again for Liam Arthur, this time off the crossbar. Almost had a brace. "90 seconds to go, first half. And Central blitzing out to a 2-0 lead in the later minutes of this one. Oleg gets it away towards midfield. One minute remaining in the first half. Header by Idion. At the slide and able to poke it out. So that'll allow Central's defense to get set up briefly. Gives them enough time. Newton throw in. Terness and Erne on him. Towards the middle is Francis. Francis the fifth. A shot from distance. Wide north. Wide far side. 20 seconds to go. Wide north. What are you saying, dude? He's got a word salad there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of one half of play, our score, Central Methodist 2, Truman State 0. So, the man in the middle of everything, Vitor Terness, a brilliant first half. The sophomore out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He's looking to make his stamp in 2022 and become a regular mainstay in that CMU back line. So goals by Terness and Arthur, and our score at the half, 2-0. 45 in the books. We'll have another 45 for you on the other side. This is CMU Men's Soccer from Fayette, Missouri, on HeartConferenceNetwork.com and CMUEagles.com. We'll see you in 15. I'll take a hot dog. Just mustard. Mr. Harbison, how are you, sir? Good to see you. like their classic 4-3-3 triangle midfield. I don't know. I'm not quite in tune with soccer formations quite yet. Getting there though, but I could be totally wrong on that. But for the most part, I think they've always played more of a 4-3-3. Look to smother high pressure, including playing the wing backs, the fullbacks out more forward. When CMU is in control, they're looking to play more. They're always looking to play more forward. They don't really like to build. Occasionally they'll build from the back, but it's more like 70-30 that they'll look to blitz you deep. So CMU going south to north this time. Bassolerne control in the middle. Gets it out to, looks like Isaac Johnson checking in for the first time tonight on the far side. Playing that far side back roll. So Isaac Johnson, this year wearing number 2, the junior out of Jefferson City, Missouri. In pursuit, a little bit of the danger there. Looks like Kun Schimmel was looking to make things a little hectic for the Bulldogs once again. But Oleg will punt it away. 50-50 midfield. Into the safe feet of Bassolerne. Erne, like I said, just went deep, finding Kun Schimmel. Schimmel. De Prospero challenging. Just outside the 18, working towards the middle, deflected off of one of the Bulldogs center backs. I believe that was Holden Potter. Monk will get it back to DeVos, and we'll reset and do it again. Ready on for Chongradi. Finding Schimmel. Headed, impressively keeping it inbound, not past the touchline. Rivera, able to harass enough. Another possession for Central. Liam Arthur with 3 defenders on him. And harassing is Arthur, and he'll draw a foul. Free kick for Truman State. So Liam Arthur looking like was getting a little too ambitious with the contact. Alex Nichols giving him the pep talk, telling him to tone it down a little bit, just play a little bit more. Play smarter. Arthur, the blitz, Bus once again being held. He's able to get past Bus, but forcing it out is Will Clayton. And Central throw-in. This time for Isaac Johnson. The veteran Isaac Johnson on the near side, just outside the 18 for looking parallel. Attempted header. Looking for Liam Arthur once again. In pursuit is Philip Mang Thang. Mang Thang. Knutson harassing him. And maybe a break. There's possibly a break for Truman State. But deflecting it enough is Chongradi to prevent any further shenanigans. Bunk. And DeVos will take it back. Rivera, the freshman, did not get the touch he wanted on that, and a good job by Thomas Weber to harass him enough. But still throwing for CMU. It does allow Truman State to get set defensively. Truman State also in a 4-3-3 as well. Throwing for Rivera. Towards the middle goes Truman State. Knudsen for Weber. And Irion will clear it towards midfield. Headers, multiple good headers and good touches by Truman State, and they're back in business just outside their offensive third. And a shot, probably an ill-advised, and Knudsen knew it. Maybe it's, and his teammates saying they could have possibly had something set up within the penalty zone. So, a reprieve for Central. DeVos gets away. He'll just go short for Tom Irion. Far side. Irion finding Liam Arthur. Multiple hectic touches. Eventually finds Olwig. Francis the Fifth. Challenged by Changradi. Truman State will move forward. Far side. Luke Payne, number 9, Luke Payne in pursuit. Bonk wanting a call, nothing doing. Far side, depossessed by Isaac Johnson. I think they're rolling him past the touchline on the far side. So we'll do another throw in. First half, start of the second half, kind of looking a little bit like the first, into the penalty box. A little bit of a precarious position, but a decent chance by Sam Newton, but it goes wide near side. Once again, like we said, a completely new goalkeeper room for Alex Nichols this year. With Stefano Camerlengo departing for Division I, Kansas City. Irion. They're back to DeVos. So 3 keepers for Central, all true freshmen this year. All international as well. 2 from the Netherlands, 1 from Switzerland. DeVos being from the former country. A handball ruled on Isaac Johnson, far side. Truman State looking to play it quickly. Alien, nothing doing. With numbers comes Truman State. As Weber. And they believe he's able to draw a corner kick off of Yesa Bank. So first half playing, beginning of the second half playing a lot like the beginning of the first half. Truman State looking to apply a lot of pressure. We'll have a stoppage on the clock. Any more words for the official by Yesa Bank. Left foot away by Newton. Headed out Bank. Temporary reprieve for Central, but Francis the Fifth back in possession. Depossessed by Chongrai, and a late whistle on that one. That was when a free kick for Truman State. Like Changradi may have had Roland Changradi had some contact with George Francis the Fifth. Alex Nichols not happy about that call. So wall of 2 between Changradi and Schimmel on the near side. And just a smattering of players, both Truman and Central, towards the middle. One for De Prospero. Attempted shot deflected off of Central. Newton again. Trying to keep it in the offensive third. Headed out Schimmel. Contact by Rivera. Body to body, nothing doing. Deflected off of... deflected off of Basil Erne. But all in all, ruled a throw-in for Central. And for Kevin Rivera. Kevin Rivera, the only... Kevin Rivera, the freshman from Kenner, Louisiana, is looking to fill that, getting some run tonight. A lot of high hopes for this. So it's really a mix of young and old. Okay, young, under a mix of early classmen and upperclassmen. First Central, you have a multiple-time All-American in Marcos Herman. And they're looking to, like I said, multiple-time All-American, set-piece master. So, with him graduating last year, looking to see who can pick up the slack for CMU. And I had a talk with head coach Alex Nichols right before the match, and he's got a lot of high hopes for Kevin Rivera. Isaac Johnson, too much mustard on that one, but does find the aforementioned Rivera, and he's able to win a throw-in. So between the veteran Isaac Johnson, who will throw in on the far side, a lot of true freshmen here for Central, including when a goal scored by big hopes from the forward position, from the 9. For Liam Arthur, the freshman out of South Shields, England. Isaac Johnson throws in. Header for Rivera, just wide, far side. Johnson getting what he wants on that throw-in. Actually, that was Kean Halpin on the header. But Halpin just a couple of feet wide. Halpin, another one of these freshmen. Looking to restock the pipeline for Central Methodist, but not just the young players on this team, but also the returners, the juniors, seniors, and upperclassmen. Liam Arthur with friends, looking for Schimmel, and covering up is Olwig. Look to play it fast. Isaac Johnson in pursuit. The ball back towards midfield. 6. Newton trying to go long, but a non-threatening possession by Truman State, and finds Beer DeVos. So Central up 2-0 on goals by Vitor Ternes and Liam Arthur. But as I mentioned before, the last 8 minutes in the first half was Francis V kind of tripping himself up. Big collision near midfield. No call, just incidental contact. Basilerne we play on. Schimmel. Attempted clear by Clayton. In his own disgust, doesn't get what he wants out of it. So an attempted shot by Halpin. But looks like they're ruling that a foul on Halpin in the box. So past the end line. No foul. Ruled past the end line. A goal kick for Justin Olwig. And we'll have a substitution for Truman State. Truman State substitution, checking in number 19, Aiden Morgan. So Aiden Morgan returns to action, originally part of the starting 11. And Will Clayton will take a seat. Olwig gets it away. Depossessed by Schimmel. Immediately back on. Does that deflection go off of Truman State? It does not. Throw in for Truman State. Meng Thang finding Tom Adian. And the Eagles will build from the back. Pressured. Rivera. Deep ball. He's looking for Changrari. Instead finds the foot of Colin Buss. Now Truman State will build from the back. Towards the middle. This is Newton. Far side. Weber. Give and go. It looks like an attempt to give and go with Weber. Harassing him enough is is Isaac Johnson. Here's Payne. Erne. Sakibu on him. Correction, that was Weber on him. Head out, Arthur. Shungarati. Shungarati. Onside. With space. Far to near. Finds Schimmel. Schimmel. Two defenders on him. To the beat. Going towards the middle. Finds the foot of Meng Thang. Meng Thang himself. Low shot. Save by Olwig. Another threatening possession in space for Central Methodist, but the shot of Meng Thang finds the arms of Olwig. No clock stoppage in this one, 29:04 to go. As we have George Francis V, a little worse for the wear on that one. One sub for each team coming in. Guillermo Pereira for Central and Andy Brennan for Truman State. Set to come in on the next dead ball. Francis V, walking a little gimpy right now. Hopefully he's all right. He is walking under his own power right now. Maybe just a little bit of shock from the collision that incurred. Oleg gets it away. Oleg, Basel Erne, or Kun Schimmel, I beg your pardon. Chongradi for Erne, and Meng Thang unable to get the touch he wanted on that one. Here comes Truman State once again, far side. Good ball, finds Payne. And Tom Idian on the far side, able to draw a foul. And a free kick for Central. Idian, the junior out of Stuttgart, Germany. So it's one of the primary center backs for Alex Nichols. When he's right, not just from the center back position, but also a very efficient offensive threat. And can name on multiple occasions as to where Irion had a clutch game-winning goal. Checking in for Truman State, number 2, Andy Brennan. And checking in for Central, number 9, Kiadame Pereira. So Pereira in, Schimmel out. Good shift for the freshman out of Soest, Netherlands. And then the senior back on the pitch for Central Methodist, Meng Thang. Burst of speed for Central, moving forward. Kian Halpin towards the net, finds Olwig. Andy Brennan back on for Truman State. Brennan last year, 12 appearances, 1 goal to his credit. Deep ball by DeVos. Looks like it went off of. Looks like it did go off of Will Clayton. Ruled in favor of Central, and that's how the officials rule it. Rivera. Back to the middle for Idian. Idian to his fellow center back Jesse Bunk. Bunk near the far Looks like it's not the one he wanted, intercepted by Andy Brennan. Decent touch for Thomas Weber. And a foul ruled. Looks like it was on Mark Chongradi. So another sub coming in for Central. This time another freshman on the next dead ball. Central looking to counter. And Laren pass. He's looking for Rivera. Instead it goes to the near side touchline to throw in for Truman State. Truman State throw in. Braden Morgan. Possessed by Liam Arthur. Arthur down the near side. He does find Keenan Halpin. A lot of space. Into the 18. Halpin finding Pereira. Give and go. Back to Halpin. And a foul. Foul ruled on Halpin. Free kick for Olwig. Just a chance in space, not really materializing much for Halpin. Another sub coming in for Central, another true freshman about to take the pitch. Substitution for Central Methodist. Checking in number 16, Leonardo Chiuli. So Chiuli checking in his first action of the night. And Basilerne will take a seat. Good shift for the sophomore out of Uticon am See, Switzerland. NAI All-American Honorable Mention in 2021 alongside Billy Zojabwami, who is playing his graduate year out in D2. Philip Meng Thang, and hits the crossbar of the American football goalpost. Maybe a flurry of subs coming in. Truman State substitution, checking in number 21, Max Sengel. Diego Guzman also attempting to check in, but a little late to the punch on that one. So he'll have to wait till the next dead ball. And Jayton Johnson also preparing to check in for Central. Big collision near midfield. Nothing doing. Ariana Chongradi into space, and and Truman State has rolled off sides. A yellow card given. So the yellow card is assessed to Kevin Rivera. He's kind of been flirting with contact for a big part of the evening, and now it finally gets the warning. Checking for Truman State, number 7, Diego Guzman. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the temporary audio difficulty, but we're back on it now. Looks like we're back to action. 20:10 to go, second half. CMU up 2-0. Jaden Johnson looking to pressure, maybe look for a third. Isaac Johnson exchanging push-offs with Jack Knust. A lot of speed for Diego Guzman, just checked in. All towards the middle. And Johnson will clear it out. Isaac Johnson able to depossess. Down the near side. Rolled a handball on George Francis V. Free kick for Central. Chagarani free kick away. Sox going to go near side looking for Guilherme Pereira. And when the Truman State center backs get away. Changarati, a great touch by Jayton Johnson. Speed on the far side. Go across it towards the middle. Liam Arthur going for a brace. Nothing doing. That potential of a good setup there. Good effort by Johnson and Arthur on that one. It does go off of Truman State, so he does win a corner kick. Far side is Leonardo Chiuli, the freshman. Right footer away. Towards the middle. Liam Arthur. Looking for another one, and that will float over the crossbar. Time working against Truman State. It's not exactly do or die at the moment, but there have been moments where they've been able to apply pressure to the central back line. But ours still have yet to record a tally. Will that change here in the second half? Will CMU apply a pressure of their own in order to extend that lead and put this one to bed? Pressured, Olwig, our side, Johnson challenging, Jayton Johnson that is. Whistle blown. Free kick. So again, very chippy out there, far side. Diego Guzman to kick it away. We'll like to try to build from the back. Going near to far. Header towards the middle. Morgan. And Isaac Johnson. Will harass him enough. Another substitution for Central Methodist. Substitution for Central checking in. Number 22, Daniel Alejos. Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 20, Dom De Prospero. $16:03 to go, second half. De Prospero in. Alejos in for the first time tonight. The freshman out of Benavente, Spain. Head coach Alex Nichols really testing his depth tonight, looking to see what he has as far as his underclassmen go. A lot of big veteran presence out there on Central's end as well, especially from the back line between Ternes, Bonk, Irion, and Johnson. The attempted header going forward. It's kind of a low probability play on that one. And Kean Halpin will check back in. Will take place of Liam Arthur. Central substitution checking in number 26, Kean Halpin. Halpin in, and Liam Arthur will take a seat. Great shift for the freshman out of South Shields, England. Does record a tally on the excellent cross by Vitor Ternes late in the first half. Francis the fifth. Truman will advance. Maneuvering around is Newton. Back to Francis the fifth. Deep possess. And Central good touches. Finds the foot of Philip Mang Thang. Held on that one. Free kick ruled in favor of Central. Chamgradi to take it. Chamgradi, the senior out of Székesfehérvár, Hungary. Beer DeVos giving them the lowdown. It's more of a defensive lineup for Central. But that may look to change quickly as they approach the offensive third. Maybe Central looking to win a few corner kicks within the offensive third and put this one on ice. Kiuli maneuvering. Kiuli crossing. Irion off the crossbar. And Truman State content to go with a free kick, but Irion, a great opportunity for him. He's letting his teammate know, his teammate Kiuli know that you got me on that one. That was a good one. Pretty sure he said that in German. All right, as we expect, trying to get more offensive firepower, bringing in Guilherme Pereira. Substitution for Central, checking in number 9, Guilherme Pereira. Philip Mang Thang, great shift for the freshman from Froland, Norway. So, a lot of the freshmen getting a lot of good run tonight. Header once again. Nope, nothing doing. We'll do another corner. Eagles electing to go far side this time for Kiuli. Kiuli gets it away. Near side for Pereira. This time he'll win a throw-in, I believe. Multiple subs coming in for Truman State, or one for each team. And not quite yet. Azarne can set the check back in. Throw in for Isaac Johnson. Johnson, header, attempted volley kick, multiple whiffs for Central, and back out comes Truman State. A whistle blows. A foul somewhere in the box occurring. And Oleg will get it away. Disaster situation averted for Truman State. Trio of subs coming in for Truman State. Checking in for Truman State, number 11, Matt Knudsen. Number 12, Holden Potter. Number 13, Thomas Weber. And checking in for CMU, number 6, Basil Erne. So Basil Erne back in, replacing Mark Changradi. Great midfield shift by the senior from Székesfehérvár, Hungary. 11 minutes to go, second half. CMU knocking on the door once again, and deep shot. Clock stopped. Didn't see the collision, just saw the shot, but It's like both players down, and a yellow card pulled out for George Francis V. As we have some time between starts, we wanted to recognize our CMU corporate sponsors, including MFA Oil, Braun Home, Community Auto Sales and Service, Commercial Trusts, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Airlink, and Steve Miller, Max Boone Realty. So we appreciate your continued support of CMU athletics and your continued diehard fandom for everything green and birdish. Lost my train of thought there. Long story short, we appreciate you. All right, 10:30 to go, second half. CMU up 2-0. Olwig towards the middle. It does find Jayton Johnson, and he's able to win a throw-in on the far side. Jayton Johnson, the senior out of Columbia, Missouri. He does have air nade to his left hip. I wonder if he'll elect to go short here. Isaac Johnson and Bassel, and he'll elect to do his signature tumble and toss, but it does find the arms of Austin Olwig. Depossessing, or attempting to depossess. Sam Newton is Isaac Johnson. Initially unsuccessful, but ball finding CMU once again. This is Jayton Johnson, far side. Far side for Keuli. Looks like he had a lot of room in the middle. Just entering the 18. Eagles continuing to apply pressure. Who is it on? And last touch by Central Methodist. 9 minutes to go. If Truman State is, if they want to say we got action, they may need to get something offensively pretty quickly here. Heavy defensive presence for Central Methodist here, including two center backs, former Hart Conference, all-conference selections, in Talmadian and Yesabunk. Isaac Johnson, great in his own right as well. Towards the middle. Shot deflected off of Yesabunk, rolling towards the far side. In pursuit. In pursuit goes Halpin. I was looking for a momentum touch, and George Francis V, better be careful here. He does have a yellow already. Foul ruled on the collision with Jayton Johnson. Again, very testy between them two. 7:30 to go, second half. Bunk. CMU defense playing a little bit more back. The long ball does work this time temporarily for Truman State. On the far side, Erne and Irion. Irion able to get it back for DeVos. Return to sender Irion. It's a bonk. And good pressure by Truman State in order to force the clear past the touchline on the far side. Possession back for Irion. Vito Ternes, and a lot of space for Guillermo Pereira. Pereira, the senior, the transfer from Coffeyville Community College. Going near to far. Headed out. Whistle blows. Free kick for Truman State. Tempers flaring towards the back half of this second half. And into the box, a break, and slide tackle by DeVos. Truman State desperately looking for a penalty. No whistle called. Time stopped. This all happened so quickly, couldn't really tell. But and the player down, it does look like with pain. Correction, that's Jack Knust. Really wanting a penalty on that one. Would have given him a gasp of air. Also put him in position for an equalizer, but we're going for it. But no penalty called. We're still 2-0 Central. Checking in for Central, Sebastian Bocas and Mark Chonkarati. So Bocas and Chonkarati back in. Touched by Keen Halpin, and it's rolled past the touchline on the near side. Possession back to Truman. 5:10 to go. If Truman wants a chance in this one, they need to start something now. Touched out. Jaden Johnson, nutmeg. A throw-in ruled for Truman State, or throw-in ruled for Central, I beg your pardon. Keen Halpin. 4:45 to go. They may look to just box it in. Slide, tackle, contact, ankle first, foul called on Halpin. Just under 4:30 to go. Central Methodist looking to knock off an NCAA opponent for the second time in 2022. They own a victory over Western Illinois, a draw against number 11 Tulsa of NCAA Division I. And they lost, and a loss to Memphis in the very first game of 2022. But Central in prime position to do just that, to knock off an NCAA opponent for the second time this season. Jayden Johnson assessing, 3.5, a tumble and a throw, and finds Olwig. Truman just have two players forward. Well, the forwards catching up, the midfielders as well. We're looking to Central very stout. 3:15 to go. Foul called. Foul called far side on Truman State. And Central will just play this slowly. Take all the time they need. Maybe in the last gasp for Truman State in this one. The clock very much against them in this one. There's any shot for Truman State, it has to happen now. Central Just playing safe touches, may look to park the bus. Changing clears. All the 10 field players playing more back. Truman State looking to build from the back. Back towards the middle. Central, if this result holds, will move to 4-1 this season. Towards the middle. Actually, the loss against Memphis didn't count in the official standings, so Central will still remain unbeaten in 2022. This will be their second victory over an NCAA opponent. So, all things considered, a very fruitful non-conference schedule played for Central Methodist, looking to get back to the mountaintop and claim their third national title in 5 years. Looking to avenge the loss in the semifinals against Kaiser University, the eventual champions. Kaiser University, really, in 2021, in the national championship final side, really putting it on the heart. Defeating Missouri Valley in the quarterfinals. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. So end of the final minute. CMU looks like they'll pick up their fourth victory on the season. Up next for Central will be a visit from Southwestern Christian of the Sooner Athletic Conference. Yes, a bunk maybe looking to put this one on ice, but nothing doing. 35 clicks remaining. Another CMU victory on deck. And the horn will sound in about 25 seconds. So Thursday, the final non-conference matchup for Central Methodist before a big opener in the heart. The number 8 MNU Pioneers come to Fayette, and they're coming in really upset. 8, 7, 6, 6. And the clock will remain at exactly 6 seconds. So we'll cut off the play-by-play from here. You get the countdown once the ball comes into play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final score in this one, Central Methodist 2, Truman State 0. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the CMU men will be back in action this Thursday, September the 8th, as they welcome from the Sooner Athletic Conference the Southwestern Christian Eagles. Kickoff scheduled for 2 p.m. this Thursday. You get your tickets online at cmueagles.com. And also consider the all-access pass as well. It gives you free access to any Central Methodist athletic event throughout all of 2022 and 23. Thursday will be the final non-conference matchup before welcoming the Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers to Davis Field next Wednesday, September the 14th. For both the women and men, kickoff scheduled for the women at 5 p.m. and the men to follow. So this will conclude tonight's soccer program, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for attending. We appreciate your support. Welcome back to Davis Field. We'll see you next time. Good night from Fayette. All right, that'll do it. CMU 2-0 in this one, moving to 4-0 overall. We'll see you on Thursday for a matinee matchup against Southwestern Christian. This is Phil Fortaleza signing off for the evening. The Eagles victorious in this one, 2-0. We'll see you next time here at Davis Field. Thanks for watching on OurConferenceNetwork.com.